Hi, it's Franco Yuchi, and I'm going to be talking to you about IT modernization. I'm using the following agenda where I'll start with tri-modal IT, followed by the modernization imperative and opportunity. So most of us are aware of bimodal IT introduced by Gartner about 20 years ago, where they talked about systems of record and systems of engagement. System of record is where we had our core applications that are at the heart of our business, helping represent our brand, helping represent our service levels. And as innovation and change in the marketplace occurred, we recognized we had to open up those applications so we could have additional capabilities interacting with those business applications. Things like internet sites, e-commerce sites, third-party sites, smartphone apps that came along. We're now in a routine where we expect that sort of innovation to be occurring on a regular basis. We then also have got introduced a lot of analytics that help represent the real-time health, the KPIs of how your business is operating. So that's known as the system of intelligence. Now, from an Oracle perspective, we see that all three of these dynamics can coexist from the one organic architectural approach. There's a lot of organizations that try and do this, but they tend to have to look at it in an independent or separate siloed approach. So Oracle provides a lot more choice in how you can bring this together. Now, what's helped accelerate the need for this transformation and accelerate the need for this real-time visibility is what we've been experiencing over the last 18 months. And organizations like Gartner, McKinsey, and IDC are really pulling that out and highlighting there is a modernization imperative. So this is a strong opportunity for you to really look at how you can improve what you're doing in your organization. Let's have a look at our current IT capabilities, our applications, how they're configured, what's possible moving forward. And you can see from what's on this slide, organizations are recognizing they do want to go through that additional modernization opportunity to work through that. So what sort of inputs or levers do we have at our disposal to actually help with that modernization transition, that modernization approach? So here on the left, we look at, where does our organization want to go? What sort of strategic projects have we got tabled at the moment? How do we see ourselves being even more valuable to our customers? Or how do we become even more competitive in the marketplace? What sort of innovation ideas have we got that we need to be investing in? And what sort of, need to reduce operational pressure do we have? And then in the middle here, we look at the different areas where cost is allocated. In our data centers, do we need to have a hardware refresh that we can reconsider given what's possible here? How is the labor we've got in our organization deployed? Can we reconsider how we can return that to be allocated elsewhere? And how do we look at cash flow and financial modeling to help this? With the ultimate goal is to effectively lower our operating costs so we can be a lot more innovative with the funding we've got. And from an IT lever perspective, let's have a look at how the money that's allocated to our current IT estate. And when we're looking at our applications and the modernization platform, what sort of dynamics are there and what are the opportunities that we've got? And given we continually got a variety of projects, are we building up technical debt that actually makes it even more difficult to move forward? So given we've got those inputs, let's start to visualize what sort of benefits could we get once we get to the new modernization destination. Is there an opportunity to simplify how we work, how we engage? and how we continue to change our organization accordingly. So the sorts of things, apart from simplification, reducing risk, some of the opportunities we've got is actually to reduce our technical debt. It's actually to reallocate how we spend our funds and focus more on innovation, getting our current business applications we're using at the moment. How do we reduce the cost and the risk and how we keep them going? And at the same time, how do we increase the agility and the flexibility, both at a business level as well as an IT level? So to help us look at these possibilities, let's talk about Oracle's Generation 2 cloud platform. So what is the Oracle Generation 2 cloud platform? It's predominantly made up at this core area where we've got infrastructure with compute, storage, and networking, high performance compute. We support capabilities such as microservices, containers, Kubernetes. We also provide strong platform support for both the development of applications as well as the supporting and surrounding of applications to get extra productivity. We include capabilities such as database, data management, integration, API strategy support, application development, and at the same time, the ability to embrace open source. And very importantly, to get more value out of your data and work out where you want to go, we provide analytics, data lakes, data science, right through to artificial intelligence and machine learning. In effect, I've talked about the DNA of our cloud tooling that has also helped the heritage applications we've got in Oracle, such as eBusiness Suite, JDE, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and how we've been able to give those applications extra evergreen life in terms of how they operate. And we provide the opportunity to deploy those applications in our public cloud, or whether you want to keep them on premise and you just extend how you actually make use of those from an on-premise perspective. This DNA I've spoken about also is the DNA that we use to support the development of our SaaS applications, such as our CRM, our ERP, our supply chain management, right through to our industry specialized SaaS applications. The thing that's also quite attractive with how Oracle's thought about its cloud tooling and its engineering approach, especially because of our strong Exadata history, we've worked out how to take what we've got in that public cloud and give you the ability to take a slice of that and give it to you in 2 additional deployment choices. We've got one choice called the dedicated region cloud at customer. And then we've also provided another capability where you can just take an even finer slice, something like just the data management, and we give you the Exadata cloud at customer. So what that means, those two last choices, they're the ability for you to take a slice of the Oracle cloud and put it in a data center of your choice, with Oracle continuing to manage it as a cloud service. And your focus is just business delivery, project delivery. So in effect, I've talked through the tri-modal approach. We've talked through the modernization imperative and then the opportunity. We've talked about the benefits. We've talked about the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Generation 2 platform. And so some of the next steps for you to consider if you want to learn more about how do you take these steps, Oracle provides a website where you can see the URL at the bottom called the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Architecture Center. And we've got a variety of reference architectures, whether you're wanting to do just cloud native new development, whether you're looking at re-platforming, whether you're looking at taking something like eBusiness Suite, doing a lift and shift, or looking at doing some sort of API strategy. So Oracle provides a variety of best practice capabilities and learnings so you can actually start to become aware of what your informed choices are moving forward. Thank you for your time listening about Oracle's approach to IT modernization.